two foundational concepts for success. I know I explore intricate subjects like motivation, how to build a business, and things of that sort, without the consciousness that the average individual is broke, uninteresting, unhappy. So there are people who have nothing to be motivated about. That's why foundational concepts are very crucial in this discourse. Once you have the foundation, you can now build the complex edifice as you choose. So foundations are not prescriptors, they are not instructions, which is do this, do this. No. Think of it like a massive plot of land. You can build a duplex, a skyscraper, a bungalow. So what kind of edifice is entirely up to you and your commitment. Conversely, if I give you a building, it's most likely you're going to limit yourself to the architecture. Even worse, you will try to copy me verbatim. You will try to do it exactly how I did it, which is how the roof works, how down to the painting and tiling, you will try to mimic those movements. And it's understandable because when it comes to success in any venture, we are as meticulous as possible. You hear individuals mutter statements like, what are the 5 top books you can buy? What are the 5 top books one needs to read on this subject? And they ask for things. Let me give you an example. When do you get up in the morning? After that, what do? They want to ask for your routine and be meticulous to how you run your life. Not only is that flawed, but it's unnecessary. In fact, you model the come up, not the platoon. Because what I used to do when I was poor is not what I do now. It's most likely before a business, you do not have emails to check upon. You do not have meetings to attend. This kind of recording doesn't exist at the infancy of my career. So things of that nature, yeah? Foundational concepts are very important in anything you do. Like a piece of land. The building is now limited to your commitments and your desire. So let's lay some foundations. I'm about to hand you 2 massive plots of land. The utilization of these keys would revolutionize your life completely. I've taught you about small actions and how they can go a long way. One small action can cause a ripple effect across your entire life. So for instance, if you make more money, that means more healthcare, better quality of living for everyone within your circumference. Just one small action. So the first is to plan your day the night before. To you and I, the enlightened individual, this is common sense. Why won't you plan your day? In fact, most of the things, or these 2 foundational keys, is common sense for the enlightened individual because it's embedded in your daily schedule. This is how you run unconsciously. So what I'm about to say is wisdom to most people, common sense to others. So planning your day the night before would save you a lot of stress. This explains that reason when you decided to change your life. You get up, I'm going to be locked in. You get up filled with energy, but no direction. And once you read 30 pages a day or go to the gym, you dwindle back into depression because there's no clarity. You have no idea how that day was supposed to be spent. And even if you do what is right, the fact remains this. You're still going to interpret it as failure because you had no clarity of outcome. So the best thing for you to do is to plan your day the night before. Like, what am I going to do? And do not just plan the day, e.g., read 30 pages tomorrow. Define the outcome. Be clear. Why am I reading 30 pages a day? Once I'm done with this book, what do I expect to achieve? So things of that nature, be very clear and you'll be fine. So that's the first one. The second is, for every task you complete, reward yourself. At the infancy of my career, it's not everyone who has a lot of focus, or it's not everyone who can focus on something for a long period of time. And don't let anybody bully you into this idea you have to work 15 hours a day, or if you can't focus on something for a long period of time, you're unsuccessful, or somehow you should think low of yourself. Let me make something clear. Nobody started a 15-hour work day in a single day. It's the process. It's something I built slowly. So there are times where I could not do something for an hour straight without getting distracted. So the best thing you can do in that scenario is to reward yourself for every task you complete. Reward yourself positively. In the days of old, for every task I complete, I would watch hypercars. I loved supercars a lot. So I would watch the description, how fast they could go, things of that nature. And as you progress, you find yourself not relying on the second technique. And it's completely understandable. You're no longer a child who needs to reward himself for every task. But at the infancy, it is used to build focus. It is used to build attention. Now you get excited to complete tasks. So those are my two top foundations for success. Understand this, apply, and you'll be fine. As always, my friends, a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.